Now, I'm sure there've been a fair few headaches on the island over the last few days, but one big headache for Gary Thompson, clerk of the course. What's it been like this past few days?
It's been challenging, to say the least. Obviously, we lost the beginning of the week, the first couple of nights of practice. Got a good session in, and then obviously we lost the last two nights. So the main thing for me now is to ensure that the riders of all classes, whether it's solos or sidecars, they're getting enough practice before racing. So that means I've had to amend the schedule accordingly, move the Superbike race to the Sunday, full day of qualifying on Saturday, and then readjust the schedule for next week.
Now, in any business, there's always a robust business continuity plan. What does that look like for you guys? I mean, we're in unprecedented waters here, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure about a business plan or anything. It is really. Obviously, I speak to the Met guys down at Ronaldsway all the time. Adrian, Kirsty, Colin. I mean, they are fantastic people, and the information they give me is accurate. Almost to the minute of when the rain's about or bad weather's about to come in. To be honest, so based on that information, based on the confines I've got with the road closure order. Obviously, we can't keep the roads closed forever, so there is a road closure orders in place, and there are various other factors I've got to work within to put the practice and racing on, and it kind of all comes together. But yeah, it works, and it'll work this week. It'll just mean that obviously the original schedule that went out, it looks nothing like that now. So,
what kind of feedback have you had from the riders about this? I mean, obviously there must be some real frustration with them, but safety is paramount. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, this is my 6th year now as clerk of the course, and the one thing I'm kind of known for is that I'm very cautious, and I only want to put the competitors out in the best conditions. So if that means putting in delays, if it means moving practice, moving race, and then I've got no qualms in doing that. As long as to ensure that they're out in the best possible conditions. We did try something different on Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening the conditions was great from the start line round to Ramsey, so they went at race pace from here to Ramsey, and then as the conditions got worse, we escorted them from Ramsey Hairpin across to the Cregney Bar, or across back to the start line, then restarted them again to go race pace back down to Ramsey. We could only do that for a couple of laps because the weather came in that bad that both Airmed helicopters couldn't function. But for the period we did it, it meant they got a couple of laps in. They didn't get the times, but they got the laps, and about 28 miles per lap for them to test their various sectors, go through the Sulby speed trap, things like that. So it wasn't ideal, but we managed to get something in until the weather closed in totally.
Are the riders involved in any of your decision making? Do they go and do laps of the course before you make a decision to close?
Yeah, what we do, I mean, everybody's out there doing laps anyway, and they'll come back in and they'll let me know if there's any areas of particular concern. Going back to TT2012, my first year as clerk of the course, that's the year we had to cancel the senior, and prior to the decision being made, I went around the course with 5 or 6 riders. There was John McGuinness, Connor Cummins, Milky Quayle, Phil McCallan, and Ian Locker. Went out in 2 cars, but it was very plain to see. The bottom section was dry, virtually dry all the way through. A few wet and damp patches under the trees, but the mountain section was completely wet because the low cloud and mist hung around, meant the road couldn't dry, and in some places there was standing water. So, to be honest, I mean, we got out of the car at the 32nd. We were splashing around in the puddles for a bit, and then we came back, and there's only one decision to make really. But it is always good to get rider feedback, before any decisions made.
Now we are hopefully, fingers crossed, coming towards soon some racing out on the mountain course. But you've got a plea to the thousands of visitors on the island at the moment. Yeah,
I mean, basically, obviously now we're coming to the end of practice week. The spectator base is increasing. The footfall on the island's increasing. So the plea really is for those motorcyclists and spectators who want to go out on the course to watch the racing. Don't leave it till the last minute, because the longer you leave it to get out to the location of where you want to go watch the racing, the more likelihood there is the risk of an RTA. And from a completely selfish point of view, although that is very sad and very tragic for those involved, for us in race control it means that we have to put in a further delay, and it adds to the the riders are on the course, they're on the start line ready to go. Then we get a report in that there's an incident that happened, and it just means another delay, which again affects the programme. The other one is pit lane. Obviously, it's a big thing for the spectators to come park the bike up in pit lane and everything, but obviously we do need pit lane clear before any practice or racing commences, so they just need to be mindful to move their bikes out of the way before road closure. And then the last one really is it's only happened in the last couple of years of the use of selfie sticks. A couple of riders came in the last couple of years and said, particularly on the stretch from Kate's Cottage down to the Cregney Bar, spectators are stood there with the selfie sticks out, trying to get some filming or get some photos. But as the riders approach Cregney Bar, they're moving out to the left to tip in for the right-hander. So once or twice, a couple of years ago, some of the riders did get clipped with selfie sticks. So it's really, if they want to use selfie sticks, great, by all means, no problem. But they just need to be mindful how close to the road they actually are.